YouTube. I am here in kind of like a local forest preserve by my house, doing a little hiking. It's January and it's like 50 degrees, which is like weird because it's January and it should be like 30, but I hate being cold, so I'm trying to enjoy the nice day while it's here. But yeah, today I'm just here by myself, enjoying the nice weather, and I've been thinking of doing like a 2023 channel update kind of thing, because I did one for 2022 and it's also been like forever since I've done a video where I kind of just like sit down and talk. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little update video about my plans for this channel, plans for 2023, traveling, and kind of do a little hiking vlog along the way in case I see anything interesting. Although this is like one of my least favorite times to go hiking. Well, one, because it's usually cold, but it's not today. But because like everything's like dead. But anyways, I got a haircut like yesterday. But yeah, something new. New year, new hair. New year, new vlog. I can't help but think how beautiful like this section of the trail would be in the summer when like this field is filled with like butterflies and wildflowers, but now it's all resting. It's winter. Little plant hibernation, but yet like there's still so many plants in this field. They're just not like in bloom right now. I feel like there's a metaphor in there somewhere, like every living being needs to take periods of rest where, you know, you're not maybe at like your maximum potential, but you know, you're still here, you're still growing, still thriving, and it's just as important to have those moments as the ones where you're in bloom. And these plants, they're gonna bloom, they're gonna get there. It's just not right now, and it's okay to have to grow. It's okay to not be like 100% the most beautiful all the time. I hope that was poetic. I was just kind of spitballing random things in my mind that I thought when I saw these flowers. But I'm headed back into more like a woodsy section now. I haven't seen like anyone else on these trails. There were some other people in the parking lot that I parked at, but so far it's been dead. It is like a Wednesday in January that I just happen to not be working today, so I can come out and enjoy this random 50-degree day. I don't even have to wear like a huge jacket. Also, like, peep this incredible sweater. I've been so into fashion lately, and if you still follow me on TikTok, you might have seen like I just started posting like fit checks in my outfit videos, because I used to do that on Snapchat, but I was like, you know what, this makes me happy, so I'm gonna move it to TikTok. But yes, my friend got me this sweater. My friend Matthew, he's been in a lot of my videos, so you might know who he is. But this, yeah, he got me this sweater for Christmas, and the sleeves are really cool. Kinda like it. I stumbled upon this like lake over here. That's pretty secluded. I, again, have not seen anyone else on this trail, and something that's like blowing me away is just like the sounds out here. Like you can hear like the leaves that are still like left on the trees rustling, to the point where like I almost thought like there's another person, like it was that like noisy. Or even just like the sounds of the squirrels. Even like the sound of like my feet against like the dead leaves. It's so noticeable because it's so quiet out here, which is crazy. Like, I know there's like no one at this like beautiful little lake. It is kind of muddy. This is like a little detour. I just wanted to get a closer look. In the beginning of 2022, I did this channel plans video in which I like outlined kind of like my plans for the channel and trips I was gonna go on. So I'm gonna like kind of do the same thing here, but it's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna start out with my trip plans because I feel like that's like probably what most people are here for, and not me rambling in the woods. But if, you know, if that's what you're here for, like, please subscribe, please stick around, because doing that kind of thing makes me happy. But anyways, trip plans for 2023. I will be going on one of my first international trips. Not really the first because I've been to Canada, but I am going to go to Belize and Guatemala with my siblings in the spring, which I'm really excited for, to do some international adventuring. And there's a lot of things on my bucket list that we're gonna do on this trip. We're gonna go snorkeling, we're going to explore some caves, we're gonna see the Mayan ruins, and these are like all things that I've never done before. Another trip that I'm going on in 2023 is kind of like my friend's trip. We're trying to do like one like friend vacation every year. Last summer we went to Colorado, which if you've seen my videos from that, you already know I had a fantastic time on that trip. And this year we've decided we are going to go camping in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. We still haven't come to like a definite like conclusion of where exactly we will be camping, but the UP has been the decided trip, so I'm like already kind of jumping into planning that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely will be a little chaotic. We're not really gonna be doing a lot of sightseeing on that trip. That's gonna be strictly like we're existing in nature, and we're not really traveling to sightsee, which I feel like is how I usually travel. I usually travel with like the expectation that I'm gonna see a lot of stuff. I think the only other trip that I have like confirmed planned right now, which isn't even really a trip, it's more of a side quest. I'm going to see a concert at Red Rocks in Colorado. So we just bought the tickets and I'm really excited for this trip. Because we're like doing like a more low budget camping trip with my friends, you know, I feel comfortable spending a little extra money to go side quest back to Rado. And with that, that kind of leads me to my next point, which is, you might notice those are not theme park trips. I don't have any current trips planned where like the sole reason for visiting is to go to a theme park. You know, there might be some like spontaneous trips that come up that, you know, I don't really foresee going on now. But yeah, I don't have any like specific theme park trips planned right now, which if you saw my video I did last year, like the same kind of like year beginning video, I had like such an ambitious trip list of like trips I thought I was gonna go on. Most of them did not happen. Some of the trips I went on that I actually went on in 2022 weren't even like in my mind. Like the fact that I actually got to go to IAPA was kind of a surprise. Like that was kind of more of like a pipe dream than like an actual reality. I was not planning on going to Florida really at all at the beginning of 2022. And then I went there twice, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't have any current theme park trips planned other than like my home parks or like local parks, which I'm sure a lot of you are like what's up with that? Which kind of leads me to the next segment of this video, which is plans for this channel. As far as my plans for this channel in 2022, I think I'm gonna take kind of a similar approach to what I did with my TikTok account, which if you know you keep up with that, you might notice that I kind of stopped posting around July. It was like right at like during the Colorado trip actually. I was like, I'm gonna take a week off while I'm on vacation and not really worry about like posting anything and kind of see how I feel after that. And I did, and then I didn't really feel a strong desire to go back to it. I think it kind of got to a point where I was doing it more for the people who watched my videos more than for myself at that point. And I always told myself like when I started TikTok that if it ever got to a point where it wasn't really making me happy, I didn't want to do it anymore. And I think it reached that point, or at least it did with creating specifically roller coaster content. This past week of like that I'm filming this video, I posted a few like fit checks, like quick little fashion videos. I found that that has made me happy. I enjoy doing that. I think along with kind of like that mindset. I want to bring that into my YouTube channel where if it doesn't make me happy, like I'm not going to force myself to create content. I'm not going to force myself to create content, period. Whether that be, content about a specific like subject or just content in general. I don't want to force myself to stay on a schedule. I don't also want to put myself in a box of being like the roller coaster girl. Roller coaster girl is a nickname people on TikTok kind of gave me that to get into my next spiel. I don't feel like that was really like an accurate representation of like me as a person. And like, yes, okay, I posted about roller coasters and theme parks for like a very long time. So I understand how like the persona that I portray on the internet is kind of like this person who's obsessed with roller coasters, and I do love roller coasters, and I have for a very long time. But right now, creating content about theme parks and roller coasters isn't something that's made me as happy as it has in the past, and I don't want to force myself to create something that I feel is like not really aligned with kind of like who I am now. I feel like a big part of it as well has to do with this kind of idea of identity and like who other people think you are versus who you think you are versus the version that you project so people think you are that person. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but 2022 is definitely like a very important year for character development for me, I'll say, where I really started like reevaluating the question like, am I the person that I want to be? Do I project to other people like the image that I have of myself in my head? I had this kind of like internal quest of evaluating if I am really being the most authentic version of myself, especially when it comes to like vlogs and filming and content. Because so much of my internet personality was roller coasters. Now that like when I do other stuff, I kind of get the sense people aren't really as interested in that because they see me as, the roller coaster girl. Roller coasters are only like a fraction of who I am as a person. And yes, like I still like them. I don't enjoy this kind of idea that people only see me as liking that one thing. I don't feel that that's who I am. So I've kind of had like this conflicting struggle like filming and creating content for this channel where, I feel like the image that I've broadcasted to the internet isn't really like authentic to who I am as a person, but I don't want to keep forcing myself to project this like version of myself that is the roller coaster girl, because I'm so much more than that. I love fashion. I started posting fashion TikToks and I've had so much fun with it. I love hiking and being outside. I'm passionate kind of just about like general travel, and theme parks are part of that. I do really like vlogging. Vlogging has been like the content I find myself wanting to produce, but then it also kind of brings up this other internal struggle of when I am so focused on taking videos and pictures and capturing the moment, am I missing out on the moment as it's occurring? Which is another kind of like thing that I've always like struggled a little bit when vlogging, especially around other people. Like, am I taking too much out of the moment? Am I making this trip, like all about me when I'm like so focused on creating content? Is that like pressure for other people that they have to feel like they have to like act a certain way on camera? It's like there's so many questions about this and vlogging and content creating and feelings and emotions that are stirred from it. And I also feel like that same kind of pressure when editing too. Like, I don't know, sometimes like when I'm editing, like watching myself like act and behave, it brings up all of those questions. Sometimes where, it's like I don't want to think about that, so I'll like put off editing. I've filmed vlogs in like October that I still haven't posted yet. It is kind of like a complicated thing that I think people who don't create content might not know that, there's like so much that arises. So those are some of the things that have been on my mind in terms of like creating content. So as far as like my plans for this channel, again, like I'm not gonna force myself to create anything. I would say you might expect to see a little bit less of roller coaster content because I'm gonna follow my intuition and I'm gonna create what feels right for me, what makes me happy. I mean, I'm still gonna make videos. It might not be as frequently as before. It might not be about the content you've seen previously on this channel. I do kind of want to focus it on like travel, experiences, trying new things. I am gonna do what makes me happy and kind of leave that as the baseline of what my plans are for this channel. I'm gonna be creating content about stuff that I enjoy that makes me happy. And I hope that you stick around during that if you'd like to see more of that. Like today's video, I felt really happy just kind of like walking through the woods, narrating my experience. A little more like freeform. I think I also want to like experiment with other video styles, like maybe doing some video essays or things that are a bit more cinematic maybe. I do think I want to like take up some more risks in terms of like video style and like production. But anyways, I know that's kind of a lot and a lot of rambling, but thank you for bearing with me through it. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for listening to my spiel. I hope that you will stick around on this channel, even though, maybe I'm not creating the content that you expect or that you would like me to. But like, you know what, at the end of the day, this is my channel, and I create videos because it makes me happy. I'm not doing this because I feel like obligated to. I do it for me. And, I would love for you to come, be a part of that journey. Thank you for coming with me thus far. If you want to see more videos, subscribe, because that's how you'll know when I'm making new stuff, whatever that may be. As always, like, comment. You can add to my philosophical debates down below in the comment section. Whatever sprinkles your donuts. I love this haircut. I was like skeptical about it, but I'm digging it now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stick around on this channel.